Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. For those who are new, my name is Milou. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I'm also a psychic and a medium. Uh, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. And also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. I have a story to share today. Yesterday, I was driving. There's a road in my area. It's called 202, and I decided to take that road to go somewhere. And my phone rang because I did ask a client to call me earlier than the appointment time, and I didn't think about it. The person didn't call, so I left. And while I was on my way to where I was going, my phone rang. So I said to the client, okay, I'm not going to look for a place to park. So I turned into a street. It's a dead-end street. I didn't know that, but I turned around, turned the car. I made a U-turn and faced the main road. I parked the car as I was talking to the client, and I saw a bear. Oh. I didn't even know it was a bear because that was the first time in my life I saw a bear. But it was a bear cub. The thing is, I've been here since 1991. We've gotten warnings about bears in the area, but I have never seen one. I saw the cub. It was about a good 3 or 4 feet long. And, because he was walking up and down like the way they walk, they bounce. And it was about 1.5 feet high. I was so shocked. I was trying to record it. Unfortunately, I did not know that. Well, it seemed like that's what happened because I switched mode from photo to video and I pressed the record button, but it seems like my phone, I have to test it. I was annoyed. My phone does not record. It's a Samsung. It doesn't record if you're on a call. I didn't know that. I expect it to be able to. A phone this expensive. I'm not going to pay that much money for a phone, and I can't record if I am on a call. The picture that handles. The chip that handles photography and video recording. I have never seen the diagram of a phone, but I would assume it's different than anything that handles RF or voice calls. I shouldn't say RF, but and the CPU should be able to handle those two things. I was shocked. It didn't record, and I was trying my best. I should have hung up, tell the person to hold on, and I'm going to take that video. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I called the police and warned them because it was, this area, from what it's a beautiful area. They still have a reserved area up about 7 miles from me. It's a beautiful area. They have a lot of trees, and in that area as well, where I was at, they have a lot of trees. Oh my God, that thing ran behind a house. So I called the police and let them know. And also, I didn't get out of the car because I did not know where the mom was. It's a cub. You never know where the mom is. So that was my excitement for yesterday. For the first time in my life, I saw a bear. It was shocking. That thing is ugly too. At least maybe from my point of view, I'm like, oh my God, it didn't look very good. It seems like it was probably just finished rummaging through somebody's garbage. His face was full of whatever that mess. But it was not a pretty sight, I'll tell you that. But I was too afraid to get out of the car and try to take a video of the thing. So I just said, let me call the cops. But it was interesting. I had to share that with you. Thank you, Marietta Berdo, for the super chat and your generosity. I really appreciate it. Okay, today's Saturday. I'm still excited about seeing a bear for the first time in my life. I had to share that. Yeah, today's Saturday, so I will answer your questions and I will give you my intuitive impression, although that much didn't happen between yesterday and today. The only thing is, if, like I have said before, Trump has some health issues, and given the amount of stress he's under, I don't know, but if there is an issue with him, there is limitation with his arm movement. I'm sure all of you saw the clip, but the first thing that came to mind when I saw the clip is the health issue that I have predicted. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I know I have a couple of predictions that have not come to pass yet. The health issue, and when he's going to, he may just get up one day and quit this whole thing. Because, you know, Trump used to make decisions and tell people what to do, and it gets done. Everyone's scurry along and hurry up and give him whatever he wants. That's not happening now. And also, he's not looking very good. And the poll numbers, his poll numbers, he's used to, well, if he could find someone to lie to make up the poll numbers for him, he would, but I don't feel this is going to work for him. Not this time. Cohen is no longer around. I'm sure he can find other people, but there is no way of getting out of those bad poll numbers. So he's very frustrated, and also that's why he's looking for a way to, well, I don't think that's going to happen. He's threatening Arizona, I believe, or Washington State, that he's going to send the military or something to that effect. I think it's a joke. At this point, the relationship between him and the military is basically, is not good at all, intuitively, I feel. I know the news media is saying, well, it's approaching, it's not good, but it's not good at all, intuitively, I feel. And those, the cadets today, they had to be there, but it seemed like to me a lot of them did not like that. And the reason why I'm repeating that, somebody said, somebody mentioned about those poor graduates. So, but at least, you know what? They're done. They're going to be amazing leaders, I hope. And unfortunately, they had to go and listen to Trump make a lousy speech. But at least they are done. They have their degrees and ready to go in the world and make great things happen. And but that's what I have for today. Today is Saturday, so you're allowed to ask political questions or personal questions. And as I am reading, Margaret Rogers is saying, hopefully, Milu, you can tell me, I am really worried about my son. He's 39 and I cannot remember when he didn't work. His boss not paying his workers, oh boy, the right way. I think he's using his employees. My friend, I know what you mean. I feel like saying for you to tell your son, look for another job. Hopefully, he can manage between now and September, I feel. It can happen anytime in between. Tell him to look for something else. I mean, if they call him back in that job, yeah, okay. But I wouldn't wait on that manager to do the right thing. There are a lot of crooked people out there. So tell your son to start looking, okay? Let's see. I'm looking for another question. Somebody asked me a very interesting question. You know what, you guys? Some of you are asking me legal questions. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm not a lawyer. Okay. Someone asked me about the stimulus check that they have not received. Please go on the IRS website. They will tell you if you. I didn't go, but I know they have information on the IRS website because I've been there. I haven't been there in weeks, but I've been there. They will tell you how to go about getting your check if you have not received it yet. And also there are a few YouTubers, people that are into accounting and stuff like that. They have videos. They post videos about how to go about retrieving or getting your check. So please try that. I wanted to say that, so that everyone gets the message. You can still claim your money. And the other question I'm getting, how do we get rid of the electoral college? From what I understand, Congress, and they have enough to have enough senators in order for them to be able, I don't know what the rules are, but that's what I heard from smart people, and I'm not quite sure if I recall it exactly how, but it's going to take an act of Congress and Senate. I don't remember exactly what other things they have to do in order for them to abolish the electoral college. And another question I was asked, how do we make sure that someone like Trump is never going to get reelected again? Well, I think Trump was a fluke. I mean, it was meant to happen. It happened. Okay. But it was a combination of some people they hated Hillary for what I have no clue. They didn't want a woman president. They had Russia. Putin helped Trump. Romney's stupid email thing. Okay. I mean, a lot of things that came together that enabled, and also Republicans, of course, they wanted Trump once they realized. They quickly, these people, it's amazing to me, but they're not looking very good today. Everything is about themselves and the 1%, their donors. They don't care about the country. And for them to, I mean, if this is the best they think, if this is what they think the country deserve as a leader, I mean, we have trouble. But I don't feel we're going to see someone else like Trump for the next few hundred years. And maybe even beyond that, because Trump is going to be used as a president that you don't want to be like him. Because once this administration is over, everything Trump thinks everything Trump was sweeping under the rug is going to come out. Nothing. Trump or his family, they're not going to be able to hide anything. Once Trump is gone, everyone in his administration, they're going to write books or they're going to write and tell stories. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be such a mess for that family. It's not going to be pretty. So, but I can tell you, we're not going to have another Trump, maybe for another 1,000 years. So you don't have to worry about that. I mean, also, I feel they are going to, Congress is going to make it more difficult by putting rules in place to prevent that from happening again. But with human beings, you never know. Okay. White Mountain Dreaming is asking, will I be able to move away from my current location in the next 6 months? I can confuse time. I'm going to be honest with you, but I feel like saying between now and New Year's, I don't know how, or we're in June, so beginning of next year, if you want to move, yes, you will be able to make it. Okay? Suzy Q says 1.5 trillion in $100 bills disappeared according to Mnuchin. I don't think so, Suzy Q. Are you? Oh my God! If somebody was to, that's a lot of money. I don't think anybody can really steal that much money in $100 bill. That thing is too heavy. Dashiell Kriegler is saying Putin's election is coming up on July 1st. Really? I didn't know that. Well, we know who's going to win. Basically, he has eliminated all his everyone that was running against him. So don't be surprised. Ronnie is asking, will Trump's next rally be a failure? Think there will be more protesters than attendees. If you're talking about the one in Juneteenth, I don't remember the name of the state. that was another reason why. And somebody said there were going to be a lot of protesters there, and Trump did not want to face those protesters. That resonated with me. And yes, no matter what he does, there are going to be a lot of protesters there. I don't feel it's going to be as successful as his previous rallies. From what I understand, they are saying they have, oh my God, 400,000 reservation when the place can only hold 19,000. That's to tell you they're lying, you know. But what I feel like saying, a lot of people may reserve and decide at the last minute to not to go because of COVID. Because some people who did not believe that, you know, this thing can kill you are beginning to have second thoughts. I mean, people from the Trump base, they are beginning to realize that Fox and Trump are lying to them. It's that machismo thing Trump is putting out. And also, the past 2 weeks, believe it or not, the Trump lies for some reason. Yes, his supporters always knew, but for some reason, a lot of them are giving him the side eye, you know, about some of the stuff that he's been doing. And I feel what really put a chink in Trump's armor is the talk about unleashing the military on protesters. I feel that stuff is still taking a toll on Trump's support and his reputation. This is not because a lot of his supporters, some of them are nuts. They're going to support him no matter what, even if those people, you know, they got a taste of tear gas. But a lot of them are having issues with the way these people were treated. Last June 1st. So, Lafayette Park. I feel Trump is still losing support among his base. So, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't feel Trump is going to recover. Ms. Pioneer Girl is asking, is Trump hoping that there will be protesters there and that there will be violence so that he can call in the military at the rally in Oklahoma the day after Juneteenth? No, he would like to have, you know, everything has to, you know, is for Trump. Everything, you know, that's his rally. He wants to have it in peace because he wants to get reelected. Calling in the military, first of all, it's not going to happen. Okay? I don't think any of you realize the bullet that we ducked, you know, during that Lafayette Park thing. The military didn't get involved. First of all, I feel they would not fight for Trump. Number two, if Trump tries it again, it's not going to happen. They will not, because of, I mean, the blowback. First of all, the military is not looking very good right now because of, I forget his name, Mully? The general, okay, of what he, Milley, not Mully, Milley. What he did, his behavior, walking out with Trump. So, behind the scene, guys, there's a lot going on we're not aware of. But no, the military will not obey that order. That, because I am listening, I'm touching, when I focus on Milley, the way that him and Esper, and now they are even firmer. They are even more resolute now after they've spoken to people in Congress and different senators. And if you notice, the only senator that even gave Trump a little bit of support is Ted Cruz. But, you know, even Cotton is backing away from that whole thing, he wrote that op-ed. So even Cotton right now is backing away. So I know there won't be any military. Our military will not fight Americans. Period. I mean, there was no fighting anyway. Those were peaceful protesters, and they weren't doing anything. Trump has lost so much, guys, for what he did last Monday. We don't know yet how much the damage is still being, they're still measuring how much damage Trump has done to himself. Yes, he's going to go out and talk and say a whole bunch of stupid things, but I think he's caused himself major political damage. Okay. Let me answer. So we don't have to worry about the military coming in. Don't worry about that. Melissa says Millie has apologized. He didn't know what was going to happen. He's sorry he was there. Yes, while that's true, they all had an idea. They got conned by Trump and his family, okay? But they all had an idea. They didn't have a chance to think it through because they were so gung-ho from that morning. Trump put him in charge of, this is Russia. Trump is going to send his military to attack. Anyway, yes, he sends, because something else? Him and Esper. I mean, those guys, the blowback they're getting behind the scenes that we are not aware of. And those guys are not like Trump. They can be embarrassed. They get embarrassed. They really feel bad. And yes, I agree. They are sorry, but you know what? I have trouble believing that they didn't know. They were completely in the dark. I don't think so. They had an idea. They didn't know exactly what was going to happen and how it was going to come down. But I don't believe the fact that they didn't know. I'm having a big problem with that. Okay. Patricia Fondino is asking, will the QAnon nominee Marjorie Greene, Georgia House Representative, and Joe Perkins, Oregon Senate, have any real power to cause chaos? Nah, I don't think so. And wait a minute, they weren't elected yet. They won the primary or something like that. I don't know. I read these people, if they make it, they will be one term. I mean, can you imagine you go to Congress and you're going to spew QAnon stuff? You'll be laughed at. So, and I bet you once they get to the Congress, that whole QAnon stuff is going to go by the wayside. I mean, I know we have some cuckoos in Congress. I'm sorry, but that one is really cuckoo. Okay. Let's see. I forgot to thank Cappy's mom, Linda, greeter. Thank you for your support. And Noel, Pat, if you are here, whether you are here or not, thank you very much for your help. I was so, I wanted to remember to tell you to share the bear story. I forgot to thank everybody for your help. That was amazing. I just couldn't believe it. I was looking at a bear. Mary Kowalevich is asking me, Lou, will I meet a good man in a year? I don't know if you will meet a good man in a year, but I am seeing a gentleman with very fair skin, brown hair. He's about 5'11". So, and I'm seeing him well dressed, and I feel like saying the name starts with the letter V. So if that's the first person I got when I read your question, okay. And I feel there are going to be two people, that gentleman and another one. That the other one is a little shorter. He has brown hair as well, but darker. He's about 5'10". He seems like a very smart guy. I don't know if it's going to be within a year. I can confuse time. I'm not going to lie to anybody. You can go out tomorrow and meet one of them. Okay? But I know we are living in challenging time because of the COVID stuff. But take part in activities where you can meet someone, Marie. Absolutely. You will meet someone to be in a long-term relationship with. Okay. Edna May saying, I thought Trump looked dumb and uncomfortable at the West Point graduation today. Yes, you're right. It feels like to me he was high on something. I did not look at the whole thing. I looked at a couple of, about maybe 1 or 2 minutes because I couldn't take him very long. He was talking about military or something like that. So the minute I turned it on and I switched the channel, I had a call from a client, so I switched the channel anyway. I didn't want to, I couldn't take it. So, but he was talking about military. Once he started talking about that, I switched the channel. Okay. Debbie Fitzsimmons is asking, do you see the 50 subpoenas Lindsey Graham got will backfire on him? That whole investigation, if they go through with it, will backfire on them. And you know something else? They're going to lose the Senate. So they're really going to look dumb. So I feel all these things are stunts that Lindsey Graham will live to regret if he's reelected. Tommy Rowling is asking, Milo, should I get involved with tax sales overages or is it a scam? I don't know what that is, but for some reason I'm reading it, I don't trust it. I don't know what that is. But regardless, for some reason I'm not getting a feeling for it. Okay? Okay. Nenny G. Isaac is saying, Milo, another reader is thinking 45 will leave before the elections. Like you've been saying, do you still feel that way? Absolutely, Nenny G. I was talking about that either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I still feel, in fact, I mentioned yesterday there is the number of things that are going to come together. And it's going to be so intense, and Trump is not going to know which way to go. He's going to try to bail out. And to the that's what I feel. So yes, I absolutely still feel Trump, we can wake up one day and Trump is gone. And I've been feeling that way for a long time. I mean, the only reason why Trump is still here is because who else? Moscow Mitch. That's why Trump is still here, and that's why they have Meadow and the position that he's in. Okay, they had him audition for the part. He got it, and he has one goal: to keep Trump where he is at. Okay, but it's all gonna blow on their faces. Trump is not, you can control him, but the guy is an idiot. So. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know where he's going, know where he came from. So he's going to continue to embarrass them. That's what they are trying to evaluate right now. Should they continue to support him or what they should do because they have their hands full with him now. Okay, Emily Jensen is asking, will I be able to find a different job, maybe on the side or from home? I will probably be losing my job next month. Emily, I would definitely, I feel like saying to you, yes, look for something else, okay? Because the layoffs are not over yet, because people are still afraid of going out. So, yeah. Carmen Mathis is asking, my sister passed away last year. Does she have a message for me? Carmen, can you please call me? I feel like saying yes. I posted the number, Carmen. So if you like to call, and I'm getting an A name, so I'm curious as to whose name starts with the letter A around you and your family. Okay, so please give me a call. But absolutely, your sister. And I don't know why am I getting cancer? I'm curious as to why. So if it's her who passed from cancer or somebody else in the family. Okay, so please give me a call. Oh my God, it's 6:30. So hurry. You got 2 more minutes. And okay, just in case I go off air, uh, your sister wants to pass her love to you. I'm getting two kids, and the rest of the family. Your sister wants you to know she's fine, and I'm getting dreams, so you've seen her in your dreams. But she wants you to know she's fine. She's with other family members, and not to worry. So she's okay. Thank you, Julian Wilson. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat and your generosity. Okay. Uh, uh, Julian is asking, I keep seeing my dad in my dreams. Is he trying to tell me something? Dreams are symbolic. So whatever you are seeing in the dream, if your father was trying to tell you something, trust me, you would get it. A lot of people think when they have a dream, it has, we all have symbols that we associate with certain things if you follow your dreams. Like myself, if I am, let's say, for example, I'm buying a car, okay? And if I see plane flying overhead in my dream and nothing happens, everything is going to work smoothly. But if one of the plane crash, I'm going to have problems. I may not be able to get the car. Just an example. So, and it's different for every person, the different symbols that we can have. But yes, your father is visiting you. He's letting you know he's okay. But if there was a message, oh yeah, you would know. You wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't have any questions. You would be saying, I'm seeing my father doing this or something like that. No, he's visiting you, I feel. Okay, Julian? Okay, friends. Okay, so one more question. Debbie Fitzsimon is asking, when did you find out you're intuitive? I was pretty young. I didn't know what it was. Was it natural or do you work on it? I don't think you can work on this, to be honest with you. Well, I used to. I have to admit, I did not like school when I was very young. I don't know how old I was, but I was probably maybe. Well, ever since I can remember, I never really liked school. Always wanted to do my own thing. I used to watch my dad. If you see generators or any electrical motors, okay, they have those copper wires inside, how they wind them, okay. I used to love watch my father do that, and I used to want to do the same thing. And I always want to design cars and do little things like that. But when I went to school, none of the teachers taught me or told me, okay, if you learn math, this is how you're going to be able to apply it to the things that you are trying to do. There was no linkage. So I got bored. So what I used to do in order for me to have my fun time so I can draw little things, little cars and stuff, I used to be able to tell when the teacher was not going to come to school, but at the time I didn't know it was because I was psychic. I thought everybody could do it until I got old enough to realize no, the other people couldn't do it. But that was I don't remember how old I was, but I think I was less than 10. I had to be. So, but that's how I realized I was a little different. But I still did not know what it was. My mother has the same gift. I never even made the connection until way later. So yeah, that's how I found out. But later on, I didn't really want to do it. When you're in your teens, you don't want to be any different than other people. So until I was in college, I started playing with it, give people a hard time and stuff. So I used to shock people. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I am off tomorrow. Unless something major happens, I'd be surprised. I will be back. I would come on for a few minutes and give you my intuitive impressions. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday, same time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Till Monday. Bye.